Alright, before I start, if you can't already tell, I've got a new headset. The other one that I kept using broke. Mic, something, I screwed it up, like part of the shell cracked and stuff, and it only played out of one ear, and then my grandfather tried to fix it, and now it doesn't work at all. So I got a new headset. Took the, as you can see, I took the, cushions from the old one and fitted them on here. The one drawback is that it's a little bit, bassier sounding, if you kind of get what I'm trying to say. But anyway, this is not a card video, this is not a rant video, this is a plug video for one of possibly the best guitarists on YouTube, bar fucking none. I speak, of course, of SoloDallas. It's all in one word, capital S-O-L-O, capital D-A-L-A-S. I'll post a link in the description. No, not that way. That way. I'll post a link in the description, and I'll post a link to a couple of his videos. Now, the way I found him is about a year ago. I was searching for Freebird covers, and believe me, I've seen a lot of them. Most of them very good. I looked up on YouTube, and I found this one that said that was a Freebird solo, close up, and I never heard it at the time. I never heard the solo at the time. I never seen the guitarist play. Never seen the guy. His name is Phil, by the way. I'm pretty sure he doesn't mind me saying that, but I'd never heard him play. So I clicked on the video, and after I heard the entire cover, I about shit my pants. It was the best sounding guitar cover of Freebird I had ever heard. Ever. It rivaled the in-studio version itself that he was covering. I am not kidding you. So, this was the kind of thing where if I felt like I was upset or whatever. Now, don't get me wrong, I've heard other great Freebird covers. I've heard, one from, and I've actually got pulled up on a tab right here, John Bonham 223, which he made 2 years ago, July 28th. So that was actually turned 2 years old just a couple days ago, a couple weeks ago actually, and it was very good. A lot of people said, guitar's a little off tune, and it's not the exact tune of the song, but it's still a fantastic cover. And I heard a couple other covers of the song. I've heard a ton of covers of this song, because I'm a big fan of it, obviously, because of Guitar Hero, and it's Leonard freaking Skinner. What do you want? But when I heard this one, this is the kind of solo or the kind of cover, you can hear and it'd be like, it cheer you up a little bit. Now, his original video actually fell out of sync thanks to YouTube's infamous, maintenances. Their site maintenance. Their infamous site maintenances. It was actually put off sync. So he re-uploaded the original file. And when this went off sync, everybody's like, oh, it's fake. Oh, it's fake. And I'm like, have you had your head shoved up your ass? Like, seriously? Okay, I'm trying not to rant here, but I'm just saying. Everybody's like, oh, it's fake, when he actually clearly provided instructions in the description. But I'm not going to harp on that too long. Everybody's going to be like, well, you said this wasn't a rant video. And we're like, yes, I know, but I had to say something. But anywho, this is the kind of, he re-uploaded the original file. Let me just give you an idea of how popular this video has become and how good it was. Combined for both videos, I know it doesn't sound like too much compared to, videos that have 40, 50 million views. This video garnered over 1.2 million views. The in-sync version's been up since November of 2008, and it's got 135,000. And the out of sync, the original version that got put out of sync, has over 1.1. So you do the math. That's over 1.2 million views in the span of, God, a year, a little over a year, I think. That's pretty damn impressive. I don't care who you are. You gotta admit that's impressive. It's just down to the fact that it's a fantastic cover. And I thought, that's the best cover that's the best cover that you could possibly hear. Well, I just ran across this today, and I've actually got it pulled up. I looked through his videos. I've actually subscribed to him now. You know, I actually did subscribe to... you know, I've been a fan of his video because I've got like 3 or 4... I've got every single Freebird cover he's made in his favorites, or in my favorites, including the original his original Freebird cover, which was like the shot was further out, so it showed him standing up on his stage thing, because he's got a ton of equipment over in his studio. He's got like tons of amps, he's got original guitars, he's got so much stuff. So it wasn't as close up, but it still showed him, you know, playing. Then I have the other one that's up close, and I have the one that's in sync. I thought, you know, I looked at this one. I finally subbed to him a couple days ago. You know, not saying I didn't, you know, want to sub to him or anything like that. I just, you know, I had so many videos, I didn't think about it until I finally, like, you know, I got to sub to this guy. So I subbed to him, looked through his videos, and he's got another version of Freebird. A more apparent, and I actually looked through the description of SoloDallas Freebird in sync, which is the in sync version of the original up close cover that he did. It says in the description, note of August 8th, 2009, please follow me here for the newest version of this song. So I clicked the link, and when I had said that I had found the most accurate cover of Freebird on his, you know, his up close cover, his first up close cover, I was wrong. His new one is the most perfect cover of Freebird I have ever heard. And if you straight up listen to this and think, oh, it's not that great, you have no soul. You have no heart. Just go crawl back in your hole. Because you clearly don't know what music is. So this man is the most amazing guitarist I've ever heard on YouTube, bar none. Just from the Freebird solos I've heard, he's done a fantastic rendition of Thunderstruck. He's done he's done a fantastic rendition of More Than a Feeling by Boston. Bar none, this guy is the best guitarist on YouTube ever. Ever. So I'm going to put a couple links in the description. I still pointed the wrong way, didn't I? I'm going to put a couple links in the description. That way, not that way, that way. I'll put a couple links in the description to his account, the in-sync version of his first up-close cover, Freebird, the more accurate, his newest one that is Freebird, the accurate version. I'll also put in a couple other videos. I'm going to put in the AC/DC one and stuff like that. So check this man out. He is the best guitarist ever on YouTube. Big shout out to SoloDallas. If he ever gets to watch this video, I'm not sure if he does. I'm not sure if he will, but if he ever watches this video, this man is just unbelievable. And when you listen to this guy, you're going to agree with me. He is the best guitarist on YouTube. Now, and before I go, if you're wondering why I just spent 8 minutes talking about a guitarist on YouTube when this is a box break, you're going to go like, you idiot, you're talking about guitarists, why don't you talk about cards? Look, not everything is about cards, okay? Yeah. It's not all about cards. It's a hobby. We have hobbies in this world. You don't see me talking about video games all the time. I don't talk about video games all the time. Hell, I don't even talk about cards all the time. Hell, I don't even talk about cards that much anymore. Excuse the voice crack there, but yeah, cards are not my life. Video games are not my life. I have other interests, like girls, for instance. Obviously girls. So, big shout out to SoloDallas. If he ever gets to see this video, SoloDallas, you are the most amazing guitarist I've ever heard in my entire life. And your newest rendition of Freebird is, I've already said it in a comment, but I'm going to say it here, the most perfect rendition of Freebird I have ever heard. It is on par with the studio version, if not better than the studio version. Probably going to get attacked for saying that, but I'm going to go on record and say this is the best cover. This is not only the best cover of Freebird ever, it is as good, if not better, than the studio version of the song. It might even be better than the studio version. It, at the very least, is as good. I got to tell you that much. So, SoloDallas, you are just awesome. I hope you get to see this video. That's it. Thank you for watching.